I'll train Reactor spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From memecoins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry, he'll show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the web, he's always in the know. Crypto community, vibing where the treasures grow. Web3 wonders, chain
Hey, good morning, guys.
reactors on the scene.
Dude, Mega GMs, February 18th, Tuesday, newsletter day.
Crypto dream.
Are my titles or my titles for the videos getting a little clickbaity? I feel like they are, but also I don't know if it's that dramatic. I think what's happening now is maybe our biggest scandal since FTX and the insider trading being exposed, and maybe it's not clickbait. I think it's maybe the real deal. Feels like it, at least. And the funny thing is, with as bad as things are looking out there, it doesn't feel bad. At least to me, it doesn't feel bad. Because, of course, I'm talking about Libra and insider trading and all these paid marketing but undisclosed stuff and these sniper, like just really awful stuff out there. And probably most of us are not impacted by it directly. Most of us probably weren't trading and didn't get wrecked there. I hope not. But I think it doesn't feel bad because this is putting us on a path to cleaning up the space and actually bringing trading back to, where it maybe used to be. And honestly, I think I tweeted this yesterday. We all believe still that the golden bull is coming. We're in a bull market, but that a really, really special part or phase of this bull market's coming. And I think without cleaning this space up and making it more transparent and safer and actually giving you guys a chance to win on these trades, without what's happening now, I don't think we could ever realize that. I don't think we could ever see its potential. So maybe that's why, as bad as things are going or looking, it doesn't feel bad. It's a good thing. It's a good reset for us. GMs to y'all, if you're watching on Abstract, if you're watching on X, wherever you're watching YouTube, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Then if you don't catch these live streams, and actually have a quick update on scheduling tomorrow, but if you can't catch the live show, you can always go and catch them on YouTube over on SlamX Official. Make sure you subscribe over there. And smash the like on the video wherever you're watching. Dropping a link to Abstract over on X and also on YouTube. Now, a quick update. Also, thank you over on Abstract. Appreciate the Pangu. Again, you guys over on Abstract that tune in early, a little pre-show stream. I appreciate you guys with the kind words and popping in early to say good morning. The FTX stimmy, can it move the market a little bit? Yeah, this is a $1 billion stimmy coming today. I think it's not five-ish bill like I thought yesterday. I think it's closer to like $1.5 billion. Yeah, I think out of that, probably hundreds of millions of that probably come into the market. I would expect here. Okay, quick update for you guys on schedule. Tomorrow's show it's going to be a little weird. The tomorrow morning show will not be at the normal time. It's probably going to be at something like 4 a.m., right? Something. And so, okay. So, player, we were just chatting over on Abstract about this, just the doing the thing every day, right? I got to do this show every day, but tomorrow got some personal stuff going on. My wife's got a procedure, so I'm going to be away for like the entire day, but I have to do the show. So I'm going to stream maybe a little less organized. Maybe it'll be more like the weekend streams, but I'm going to stream tomorrow probably 4 a.m., 5 a.m.-ish Eastern time. So a heads up, again, if you can't catch it live, which I expect most can't, over on YouTube, you can just catch the replay there. But again, 5 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow morning, I'll be live doing this thing. There will not be a swarm report tomorrow afternoon either, right? So no afternoon show tomorrow. There's a little chance there might not be one today. Okay, so just heads up about that. And then let me give you a little spoiler here. I have a really, really awesome guest coming on the Swarm Report on Thursday. What that is, by the way, it's a new afternoon AI show that I'm doing. 30 minutes covering the AI crypto market, what's happening over in that AI ecosystem. And I have a really, really awesome guest coming. So we've got Kindred AI, who's building out this AI agent ecosystem over on Abstract. They were just accepted into the NVIDIA incubator program, or they call it the Inception program. So really excited to chat with those guys, focused on IP, which I think matters a lot in the AI space especially. It's a big problem that's bubbling up here, this copyrighted material that people are trading their agents on. So excited to get Kindred on here. Guys, 1,000 edition NFT collection coming. We're going to have some whitelist spots to give away there. So I'm going to find a way between now and Thursday. I need to find a way to do a giveaway, at least for one of those spots that's exclusive to you guys. Maybe I can do that in our Telegram. Let me think of how I can do a Telegram giveaway. But I want you guys to have a great shot at those whitelists. We'll see. We'll have a few spots to give away. I'll probably spread them across a few shows. But anyway, really looking forward to that. Barry, dude, appreciate the kind words, man. Thank you. Cosmos, GM, man. Barry, good morning. And Fog, good morning. Awful, like, great to see you, brother. Your collection's looking wonderful, man. I watch. I'm definitely watching, dude. Again, Player. Who else on Abstract? Drop King, of course. Whirly Girl, good morning. Great to see everybody here. All right, let's get into it. A lot going on, a lot of developments in Libra and Solana. It's a lot of crazy stuff. Also, follow the Swarm_AI, our flagship AI agent. Details, next phase, maybe something bigger, better, dropping really soon. So follow the Swarm. Of course, follow SlamAI_XYZ to keep up with the broader Slam ecosystem. Launchpad, AI agent Launchpad, Slam chain, keep all this data, put it on chain, make it accessible. Slam token coming soon, really soon, along with the token pre-sale. Lots coming there. And then lastly, guys, follow CryptoSlamIO on X. And you can follow your boy here at Hudah_idiot. Let's do it. This is a quick warning, by the way, especially over on Abstract. There's something going on over there with some wallets getting drained. You didn't have to even approve a transaction, it seems, if you interacted with Cardex Space. Withdraw your money. Withdraw your money, and also if you had two-factor on, you probably were okay. But just a heads up there, people are getting their ETH drained over there. Yikes. Not super impactful, but it certainly got some people. So be super careful, like always, but move your funds if you interacted with that protocol. All right, on to Libra. Super impactful, right? Again, we're talking the insider stuff, the platform level, but like, how did it impact traders? A lot of losses here. A lot, like almost $300 million in losses here with this Libra token. Really, really wild stuff. Really wild stuff. About 72,000 people lost up to $10,000. 2,400 people lost between $10,000 and $50,000. You see this down here, all the way up to 25 people lost $1 million plus. It's a lot of money that got lost here. A lot. Whose fucking money is it? Whose money? Roth, thank you, man. Whose fucking money is it? Dave Portnoy had Hayden on his show yesterday. We caught part of that stream here. Actually, was he on when we? Maybe he wasn't on when we were listening. Check this out. This is so incriminating here. This is so. I mean, it's guys. I've got that good spidey sense. I can read people very well, and you saw with Jakey. We'll show Jakey again. I got a good spider sense. This is really obvious, though. When you see a reaction like this to a question like this, like whose money, like it's so obvious what's going on here.
With the money.
Whose money is it?
I mean,
That's what I don't. I think that's the question.
I don't know. I mean, it's with the money.
Whose money is
Dude,
it?
come on. It's that reaction. It's the covering the face. It's the not knowing. It's like, fuck, I didn't even think of that. Because what he's doing is, guys, he's protecting people. He's protecting people. He doesn't want to say it's his, too. He might think it's his in a way, right? He probably thinks it's his and he's holding it as leverage, but also he's like, okay, but I got this guy and I know I owe him money, and this guy, and it's also maybe Mealy's, but he's like, I can't say it. Like, that really got him. That really got him. He couldn't answer whose money it is. It just speaks to how big and tangled this web of awfulness is. What a thing. I'll tell you, man, it's not Aiden Ross's money anymore. Again, we saw those losses. Yeah, count Aiden Ross in that mix. It might be Mealy's money. It might be. That's the thing. It might be his money. Again, he tweeted about Libra. He did. He tweeted about it. Now, it was a retweet, but he retweeted a tweet showing how to buy Libra. Token pumps. I think it hit 600 mil again. Wild stuff. And then deleted the tweet again. Crazy stuff going on here. Look, I don't think he knows. I'm just going to say, I don't think he knows. He's saying he didn't promote the thing. He just shared it. I think in his head, I think that's what he's actually doing. This man is running a country. I don't think he's sitting here focused on meme coins and Solana and any of this. I think he heard a thing that sounded good. I think he said he's willing to promote it. I think he thought it would be good for business there in Argentina. I think he's all on board. So I think he sees another tweet and he just retweets it. This guy I'm taking, hopefully the Spidey sense is working. I'm taking him at face value. I don't think he's scamming. I think he doesn't know any better, and he got tangled up with some legit scammers. Really legit scammers. Hey, good morning over on Abstract. Appreciate that. Thank you. But the scammer is Hayden, for sure. This guy's scammer. So yesterday, such a crazy day because we're getting so much detail, so many things leaked, and we're really starting to see how deep this goes. And if you maybe were giving Hayden the benefit of the doubt, thinking maybe there's some confusion here, maybe, right? No. This is a full-on scammer, and it's very calculated. This is a very malicious thing they've been doing. Here you see some private group chat here between Kelsier and DeFi Tuna, and we're going to get more to DeFi Tuna. This is wild stuff. But in this exchange, Hayden's saying, yeah, this one, we're trying to max extract. We're in this one to pull as much money as we can. That was their goal. They went in with that goal. They got that money out. Remember, again, 107 mil pulled from that liquidity pool. There it is. And then this is where it gets wild to me. Wild. Jakey, I called this tweet out again. This is where I see it. I feel it instantly. And I think this was probably easy for anybody to see or realize. His tweet defending insiders, saying it's a skill issue. While I said everything he said is not incorrect, it's also a terrible take defending potential crime. To not call out anything, to not be able to recognize anything negative or bad about this, speaks to some pretty big character stuff. And so I said yesterday, this is probably the worst tweet we've seen or the worst take we've seen about this period. And that this is probably a big-time signal, a big-time, Sika, good morning. It's a big-time signal. And I even see others finally weighing in with similar thoughts. In fact, Tyler did very early on. The biggest clown take he's I'm glad. Tyler and I are often on the very same page. And this is some clown stuff. And this man had the balls to put out his own video showing off how he perceives being an insider. Poor Jakey. You get the point. Poor Jakey. Like the rest of us, he just heard about it early. He bought the top. He got wrecked. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's true. I don't think so, though. Because as things are getting revealed, we're finding really interesting stuff. Here's Jakey hanging out with Hayden. Here's Mark, what's his name? Cooler? No comment about him. I have no idea if there's any shenanigans from him, too. But he certainly is part of this gang. Cooler and Jakey, and is this the Steve guy? I don't think that's him. But the Steve guy, they're very close. They do content together. They might live together. And apparently, Jakey at least is very good friends with Hayden. Of course he got the inside info. Of course he got tipped off. Of course he did. Let's just use common sense here. Of course he did. Now, the real scandal is here. With the founder of, what's it called again? What's this DeFi platform? DeFi Tuna. Founder of DeFi Tuna talking to one of the co-founders of Meteora. His name's Ben. Check this out. I'm not going to play the whole thing, by the way, but check this.
Flew into Barcelona. At the time, Jakey was there as well. I spent 2 days with Dr. Tom, with Kelsier. I got to know them better. And, people...
2 days, or excuse me, 2 times Jakey was mentioned in this video. And what that video is basically a big whistleblower. It's a big insight into, again, how deep and how connected some of these guys are. It's pretty wild. This video is what's putting a spotlight on how bad it is. I mean, here we go. Again, Caveman Dirk, co-founder of DeFi Tuna. And this is Ben. Guys, this is Ben directly from Meteora. He's one of the co-founders. He's the guy responsible behind the scenes for connecting maybe the platform with people looking to drop tokens. They're involved every step of the way. And in this 25 minutes, man, I highly encourage you, if you got time today, listen to that video. It's wild. In like you could sense from Jakey and his tweet and his reaction to what's going on, and you just knew. You get the same thing from Ben playing victim and saying he didn't know, and it's very obvious he knew. He's very, very obvious he knew what's going on. It was a big part of it. Oh, man, it is dirty, dirty stuff. Now, in this video, he talks about Jakey and a few others being at a table, and when a specific token went live, I don't remember if it was Libra. It might have been Libra, but when a specific token went live, they're all on their phones sniping instantly. They're waiting. They know it's going live. They're waiting. As soon as it's live, they're sniping together. This is insiders. This is the KOLs. It's deep, and it's as bad as you're imagining. This is a big old deal, and I wonder, I mean, if we're talking about people's lives maybe being in danger, I wonder if even whistleblowers, probably makes sense that some of these whistleblowers need to be a little extra careful. Farouk weighing in here, saying that this Ben guy, guilty since the start, tipping off insiders since the beginning. It's awful stuff. And we learned that Ben from Meteora also was involved in the Hawk2A token, which had similar things happening. Guys, he was involved in the M3 token, in the Enron token. We just learned that, the Enron token as well. In the Melania token, I'm trying to think what other ones we had there. Of course, Libra, like very, very, look, all the big scam tokens lately, Ben's been involved with those. They're bad guys. Again, we saw the private messages. It's purposeful. The purpose is extracting money. It's not to have fair launches. It's not to allow people to trade. It's not for a love of the game. This is purely these guys figure out how to hack this space. That's it. It's that simple. And it's all going to get exposed. It's all going to get exposed here. Cat's Fanatic, good morning, brother. Because great tools like bubble maps, like kudos to those guys and anybody like that, even like Zach XBT and guys like CoffeeZilla for exposing this stuff. We need it now more than ever. But it is all going to get exposed. And look, there's talk about the Trump token having some of this in it. It was sniped too. It was. I don't know that it was the same team. In fact, most of what we're hearing is that it's not the same team, right? But there's snipers for that, of course. You better believe that. And we even heard for the first time ever that some people at the Trump party were offered a buy-in in the Trump token at 500 mil market cap. Again, those guys cooked. Those guys did like 100x. But we got a new breakdown here of an insider named Nassim. And by the way, there's no accusation here yet, but an insider named Nassim who keeps getting very, very early to some of these tokens. Very early to some of these tokens. Sniped Trump at launch, $100, $1 million worth. What price did he get in? Wow. He made $109 million off that $1 million. That's absolutely crazy. What other tokens did he get in? He got in multiple other tokens, by the way. Here, we can even jump right to here. Being maybe accused or let's just say direct questions were asked about that Trump token and how he got access to it. Nassim said that he just found it, like via scanning. He saw that Meteora's an official wallet had interacted with that token. And you see, honestly, what looks to be like a pretty organic conversation. Him and somebody else saying, hey, do we snipe it? Right? That might be real. There are some guys who can trade. There's some guys who legit can trade. That said, what are the chances you got in early on Hawk? You got in early on Libra. You got in early on Enron. Again, Trump. And then Shroom. I don't remember Shroom, to be honest. What are the chances that this person keeps getting lucky and getting in early on those kind of tokens? Oh, dude, John J., that's a bummer. John's saying over on YouTube, a top 50 M3 staker. That's brutal. By the way, when did M3 get wrecked officially? Was that more recent when it came out that it was these guys, or was that pretty well wrecked already? Ben hired Hayden to launch Meteor's M3 token. Yep. Bad stuff, man. Bad stuff. Now, Jupiter saying no one at Jupiter, nobody from Meteora involved, no insider trading, no wrongdoing here. I don't buy it at all. And Ben, by the way, resigned. If you listen to that video, you hear pretty clearly that he knows he got caught. They knew this was an FTX level scandal, not that type of impact maybe yet, and maybe at all, but it's that big, and it's the biggest scandal probably since FTX, and this is going to have some impact out there. Does it spread beyond Solana? That I'm not sure. This might be contained to Solana, but this is really bad for Solana in the short term. But again, Ben retiring, I don't think that's happening if he really did nothing wrong. And now we have accusations of others on the team, on the Jupiter team, sniping tokens. This is all going to come out. This is all thanks to Bubble Maps and other investigators out here. But here we have somebody named, what is this, Doodoo. Here's Doodoo, guys. Works at Jupiter Exchange. And he sniped 3 tokens launched by Kelsier that were not known by the public right after the Melee tweet. The Melee tweet. 3 tokens. I don't know what these tokens are, by the way. But 3 tokens after Melee that this person sniped when they weren't public. There's so much more going on here, man. There's so much. By the way, this guy didn't even win on those trades. There's so much more going on here. And I bet probably my net worth that guys on Jupiter, guys on Meteora were definitely involved. It's whether it was calculated and coordinated at the top level, right? Or was it just guys who work there that off on the side on anonymous wallets were doing some trades? And I think it's probably that. But at this point, nothing will shock me. Nothing shocks me now. This is a little sidebar, but Jupiter's having some problems, and you got to wonder how much is purposeful, how much what's going on here. Bossman, who's great, by the way. Bossman's great. Saying that people who are trading perps on Jupiter can't close their positions, and they're getting wrecked. These guys are getting liquidated, not able to close their positions in time. It's a big old problem. I don't know what's going on Jupiter, but something not so great. Hope it's contained there. We'll see. Let's look at the broader crypto market here real quick. We're coming right back to this topic because there's more. There's a lot more. In fact, maybe the worst is still to come. Bitcoin over 96K, actually. Wow. There we go, 96.4. I like it. I mean, again, this is so far contained directly in the Solana ecosystem. I think this is actually all bullish for Bitcoin, to be honest, and runes and Orite, all that. I think this is actually very good for that stuff. ETH over 2,600, just below 2,700 here. Ripple 260. Guys, Solana fell to number 6. This is in the past 2 days here. Was the number 5 token by market cap. I didn't notice this a couple days ago, by the way, but this morning I was looking. Saw Solana down over 16%. Quickly peaked over it at market cap. And again, yeah, Solana now in the 6th spot. Not a big deal, but I like observing things like that. Does it matter? How much lower do we go with Solana? I see calls for Solana hitting, guys, maybe as low as 150. Could it get to 125? Could it get to 100? And anything's possible right now. Really, anything's possible at this time. Hang on, let me fix something feels off. Sometimes I just don't feel situated. There we go. I didn't feel centered. Now I do. Looking at the ETFs again, we're coming back to Libra. It's getting crazy. 70.6 mil in inflows. That's the Bitcoin ETFs yesterday. On the ETH side, 11.7 mil in inflows. Okay day on both sides here. FTX Stimmy comes today. At least the start of it. Guys, a little over $1 billion today. A little over $1 billion. Why does this say claims 50,000 to 1.2 bill? Whatever. Let's just say about $1.5 billion making it back into traders' hands. Some of that will work its way back to the market. Anybody who is owed less than $50,000. So potentially a really, really big day for the market. I don't see a big day. Anyway, it's good for the market. A nice stimmy coming. And this is great news this morning. Google's Web3 specialist Kyle Song exploring ways to help onboard people into Bitcoin. Love to hear that. We'll do NFTs real quick as well. 31.2 mil in cross-chain sales yesterday, our second best day of the year. Awesome. I mean, it's very quiet in NFTs, and yet volume's picking up. Of course, you can attribute that to OpenSea farming. Sellers down yesterday, buyers down, transactions down, but average sale price up. That's why we see that higher volume. Less transactions, less stuff going on, but higher prices. And then trade profits, 2.2 mil in the negative. That, of course, I think is because of farming, too. People taking losses, they make up for it with potentially that OpenSea drop. Doodles is the number 1 collection, followed by Milady Maker, Pudgy Penguins, Azuki, Paradise NFT Mystery Box, Lil Pudgies, Demarket, Bored Apes. I'm going to put Courtyard at 9, and I'm going to put CryptoPunks at number 10. And about CryptoPunks, bunch of sales here. We have 6 sales, 6 CryptoPunk sales in the past 24 hours. Top sale, 60 ETH, $166,000. Love to see it. All right, back to Libra. This has been missing. We have sorely needed this. We need people in the industry calling this out. And we've had some of that, but I'll tell you, not enough, not much. We've had some KOLs speaking out about this, which is great, but again, not people in the industry. And the most unlikely figure actually, maybe it makes the most sense, but coming out and giving comments. This is Elon, the founder of Pump Fun. This is actually incredible. Disgusted by the events over the past few days here with Libra, the people behind the project made substantial personal gains at the expense of everybody. Everybody. The reputation of this space, your wallets, everybody. Hoping the people responsible get what they deserve. It is prison. We're talking prison. We're talking that kind of serious stuff here. Elon asking if you know any wrongdoings by any actors in this ecosystem, small, big, whatever. DM's open. This guy might come out of this looking like a hero. Saying this weekend's incidents hurt, especially because Pump Fun was made to fix this problem. This is so simple, guys. If you think about this, people questioning, well, how do you do a token launch? How do you do a token launch? You're always going to have people snipe it. You're always going to have whatever. Dude, you launch it on Pump Fun. People are making very great points, and I often think the most obvious points are maybe the best points. We overthink them or overlook them sometimes. If you need a team to build out a launch strategy and this and that and whatever and the mechanics, and you need to artificially take care of supply by sniping, you're doing it wrong. You drop it on Pump Fun, you tell nobody ahead of time, the end, you let the market figure it out. All that other stuff, all these extra hoops, yeah, probably a sign that there's some fuckery going on here. By the way, Art Caffeine, good morning. It's wild stuff. Thank you for the Pengu, by the way. Cats, I mentioned the abstract thing. I didn't go into depth with it. DeYank, good morning. Great to see you, man. Never a dull moment. It's a fun space. Again, I feel my spirit is light right now because, again, none of this is not impacting me and portfolio down, but none of us got wrecked, I hope. And this, I feel like this is a net positive for the space. It is. This is like cutting out the cancer. You know what I mean? Anyway, Pump Fun is what fixes this. I love that. I love Elon's take here. Man, the good guy. Good guy. This guy makes a lot of money, but I think he's doing this in a fair way. That said, let me put this out there. This could get extra bad. Extra bad if some rumors about Pump Fun come to be. Okay? There's a lot of rumors that Pump Fun guys on that team are doing very similar things. It wouldn't surprise me. What that is, again, ahead of a token launching, and a lot of big tokens launch on Pump Fun. And if you get the tip early, you snipe still. You buy early still. So there's accusations that that's going on Pump Fun too. If that happens and it's a double whammy here, yikes. Not good for the space. For now, Elon, great take. I hope he's helping push this space in the right direction. I kind of think he is. We'll see. Now we got comments from people like Dave Portnoy, other influencers. By the way, Thread Guy with an update yesterday. I cannot wait to play part of that. I think he's a good guy. I do. I really do. The same thing that tells me Jakey's not tells me Thread Guy is a good guy. But here's Meow, one of the co-founders of Jupiter. Also, it comes out, guys, I don't think we knew this before. I don't think this was ever known, but also a co-founder of Meteora. I don't believe we ever knew that before. Saying that nobody did anything wrong, no insider trading, no financial wrongdoing, nobody received tokens, and they're hiring a third party, Fenwick and West, to investigate internally what's going on there. Saying he stands by Ben, the very guy, and I should go back and play a little part of that, but the very guy in that call that was recorded, that 25-minute call, saying he stands by Ben. There was nothing inappropriate here. This is a wild take. This actually makes me really question this guy. So he's saying, while I'm 100% confident about Ben's character as a project lead, he has shown a lack of judgment and care about some core aspects of the project. And Ben is stepping down. This is a weird take too. This makes the Spidey sense tingle a bit. Does this give you vibes as well? Okay, so a little Pengu tip. Thank you. And I like the orange on gold. Makes it so I can't see the name, but I knew instantly who that was. So thank you. Thank you very much, Prince of Pengu. You're awesome. Yeah, hang on. Some good comments here. Moonship, lots of hidden bundles on Pump Fund now. Yep. And then volatility, just when the SEC gives autonomy, we show we still need an adult. What's interesting here is years ago, thought we had the opportunity to police ourselves, and we never did. And yet again, we have that opportunity, and I actually think we might actually step up and police it this time. Everybody's calling this out. And then platforms like Bubble Maps just showing it. we might police ourselves. We might fix this ourselves. We might drop King guilty 100%. Whirly Girl, everything happening is due to lack of self-regulation. Everyone wanted zero regulation. It requires self-policing. Yes, dude, Whirly Girl, exactly. Am I alone in feeling like we might actually be starting to do that now? Yeah, it's not surprising. If you let people do this, like scammers are going to take advantage everywhere and every place they can. In crypto, outside of crypto, it's what they do. I think we might actually do the policing ourselves thing. I feel like we can. And look, this is a space where you can do that. We have the tools here. It's because the transparency. Very simple, because the transparency, it allows us to do that. Now we need the systems in place. Again, like bubble maps. We have it now. Platforms like Arkham. We got it. I think we actually can do it. And I think people actually now are motivated to do it. Arkham incentivized people to track stuff down. If Bubble Maps, who now has a token coming, if somebody, what if CoffeeZilla and ZachXBT put out a platform, you expose this stuff, you earn, some kind of token stimmy, an airdrop, dude, we might do it. But back to this comment, this gives me bad vibes. I'm getting bad vibes. I think this guy is a liar. I think he's a complete liar. I cannot fathom that he doesn't know what Ben is doing. It was very clear hearing Ben's own words that he's up to no good. So Meow defending him, I think, is not a good look for Meow. He's correct here. It's a watershed moment for crypto. It is. It is. He's apologizing to his team, and I looked at that funny at first, and I get it. Some of the team is probably phenomenal people. I bet most of them phenomenal people. But this is not a good look or a good take. And defending Ben, I think, is a problem. By the way, Fenwick and West did FTX diligence in 2021. That does not mean they're clean and that they're in the clear here. It doesn't mean that. It means it's just a very high-profile thing, and they get it. Look, it's because of things like this that I think the story's not over and that there's more involvement from Jupiter, from Meteora. I really do think so. I really do think we're going to hear a lot more. And I think Meow's maybe right? Connecting dots. This is not an accusation, by the way. I don't know. But CoffeeZilla is saying he doesn't think we heard the end of this. And that's referencing, again, Ben. Ben resigning. Meow defending him. And CoffeeZilla saying, I don't think we've seen the end of this. Now, again, CoffeeZilla's been working with Bubble Maps. I wonder if he already knows things. They might have already done some forensics. They might already know. So bad judgment at the very least. Beanie's had some great takes here, by the way. Ben giving this kid with his dad apparently career criminal, giving him access to billions in volume. Billions. It's bad judgment, but man, it's so much more. I got to find heads up here. If anybody or a request, if anybody can find some clips from that 25-minute call, like some 30-second, whatever clips that like of some spicy parts, if you find that, if you don't mind DMing me and I can play it here. Otherwise, I'm probably going to scroll through the video a bit and find some juicy parts, but there's some juicy parts. Like really, Whirly Girl. There's a lot that can't be proved by tracking wallets. I don't know. I mean, well, you're right. But also, I mean, what you can prove or what happens when you track wallets is connecting wallets that those guys think are not connected. But you've seen Zach is awesome, like excellent at finding connected wallets when people think they're so well hidden. Ben did not leave for sniping. He was getting possibly a kickback, a token kickback, right? Like they didn't even specify what Ben left for. But I assume it is sniping, and I assume it's for getting a percentage of tokens that, somebody like Hayden was a part of market making. Yeah, he left. I guess that's their message. He left for, not managing properly. But no, I think there was something deeper there. And again, in fact, there was something about a 1% fee. It's either that when they had deals between Meteora and Hayden, that either Hayden got 1% of tokens or Ben got 1% of tokens. And by the way, in that chat, Hayden said that he's got all kinds of dirt on Ben. It's way dirtier than people think. It's way dirtier. We'll see. Now, people are cutting ties with all these bad actors. It's happening. It's just starting. This is really stuff just from, past 24, 48 hours. This is going to get deeper. More names will get exposed. Boogle's like the top NFT collection on Solana. Maybe not by volume, but by price. These are like $200,000 assets, $250,000. I think at their top, these would go for $500,000. It's a 200 edition collection, very exclusive. And these guys cutting ties with some members of their own community, right? You can't ever get rid of somebody's NFT in a way, but you can boot them from your community. You can kick them out of your Discord. So Trader Cause booted. NDF booted. Remember, we made this connection 2 days ago. He's got a connection to Frank D. Gods, both of them in Troop FTM. Better believe, guys, again, connecting the dots. Frank feels like one of these guys. He does. And then Dr. Tom booted. Dr. Tom was mentioned directly in that video, too, as somebody sitting at the table and sniping a contract, sniping tokens at launch. Actually, is that Hayden's dad? It is. Oh, wait, hang on. Tom happens to be the chairman of Kessler. Oh, it is Hayden's dad. Yes. Not good. You got guys like Cash defending the Meteora and Jupe guys. And look, to a degree, I respect that. If he knows those guys and maybe he needs cold, hard evidence that these guys did something wrong. Again, I respect it if you had good dealings with him, if you know him. I like sticking up for your friends because actually when it comes to Thread Guy, nobody stuck up for him. That's a bummer. If you did nothing wrong and have nobody you call friends, a friend sticking up for you, that's a bummer, man. I would feel a kind of way about this. I even feel bad about how I talked about Thread Guy. And you guys know I give Thread Guy, I tell you I like him. I give him the benefit of the doubt. And over the past few days, especially that video where he covered his mouth and stuff, I said, look, that might be sus, and I don't know what way to go with that. I like him, but also I did the connecting dots things. I'm like, I don't know with this now. I like Thread Guy. I think he actually is a good guy. I do. This might be our last point on Meteor, but it's maybe the most important point. Beanie's saying in the past few days here, he learned that Meteora is sniping its own tokens. That would be the biggest scandal we've seen, period. Meteora sniping its own tokens, as in tokens launched on Meteora, the team itself sniping those tokens, buying them up right at launch. That's absolutely crazy. The platform made over $300 million in the past month and $40 million the day of Libra launch alone. That's on fees. And Beanie, I think, knows. I think Beanie's got the scoop. Again, he's been tweeting out really good info because I think Beanie knows. I think he's being DM screenshots. I think he's being DM the receipts. If the Meteora team is sniping these, game over for those guys. Wouldn't surprise me if the Libra sniper that Hayden's referring to is actually Meteora double-crossing and counter-trading Kelsier. So maybe he doesn't know for sure. Maybe he's just kind of playing out a scenario, but I think he knows. I think he knows. This is not good. CBB, also, it's a pretty fair take here. The chain that's powered by SBF, full of crime. We have a big problem there with not enough guys calling this stuff out. We don't. We saw guys defending. Right? Like Mert kind of defending and Tully, I think, kind of defending. There's guys out there that are not speaking up or full on, instead of like kind of exposing more on Solana. Why would they, I guess? But pointing fingers back at, DeFi Summer, pointing fingers at Ethereum. It's weird stuff. It's weird stuff. Again, Solana wrecked right now. We saw it down 16%. I don't know if Solana's the meme coin ecosystem. What does this mean for Solana? And I'll tell you. Oh, by the way, volatility. Oh, Murray, good morning, by the way. Yeah, sorry. FGXS. CA won't be generated until 24 hours after being announced on the site with a timer. Oh, okay, by the way, that's a simple fix. Token needs to be announced on launch sites with a 24-hour cooldown. You still get snipers then too, and then it's the battle of tech, which is fine, like a gas war. What about this, guys? I'm really curious, and I don't think this is some novel thought. I think it's probably been done, but what about like a Dutch auction style, like NFT token sale? You know what I mean? Like there's got to be a way to do this where, up front there's a high fee, a platform fee. So a high platform fee associated with the token, and the further it goes down, cheaper it is, and at some point, then you decide where you want to get in. What if you even do that via an NFT? This is too complicated already, but What if it's a Dutch auction NFT and your NFT equals an allocation to token that's then airdropped? Right? Like if we need to do these fair launches, either curate the community ahead of time and make it public via NFTs or something, and then airdrop them the full supply and then let the market figure it out. But I do think there's something to a high fee. In fact, I think that's what Arc is doing with their Arc Forge. New tokens launching right out of the gate, high fee. It's like a 10% fee. And then over time that comes down. There might be something there, but Prince, Tolly is always obtuse purposefully. Interesting. Whirly Girl, people are extremely sophisticated now when it comes to sniping. KYC for teams launching anything would stop most. Yeah, but it also goes against the spirit of this stuff too. You know what it might be? The solution might be just don't launch coins. If we're launching coins for the sake of launching coins, do we need it? Again, it'll happen regardless, but I mean, we're trying to figure out a solution to something that maybe there's not a solution because it's like it's fantasy anyways. So pump fun is, I think, the solution, is it not? Anyway, when I said more is going to get exposed, believe me, more is going to get exposed. CoffeeZilla is asking for people who've got any info of Axiom Strategies, who I don't know. I don't even know where that name came about. I don't know. They weren't mentioned anywhere else, but Axiom Strategies or Meteora looking for evidence. Guys, it's out there. If Beanie's got some evidence, and I think he does, that's going to work its way to CoffeeZilla. Dude, this is going to be... Okay, if this isn't an FTX level scandal for the broader ecosystem, for Solana it is. And go figure. FTX was basically a Solana problem last time. I mean, not fully, but it was kind of a Solana thing. This is bad. For Solana, it's bad. Long run, maybe they're fine. I want to give Thread Guy a moment here because, I like him. And I think he's a genuine guy. And again, it's a bummer that people didn't stick up for him. But also, why would you? That video was pretty awful, the muting stuff. Moonship, people try to high taxes at launch, but it doesn't work. As in, do people still snipe it? Does the fee need to be higher then? And are we just overthinking it and pump fun is the solution? Like, how about just... There's a degree it's like, just don't participate if you don't have enough info. Yeah, and FGXS, that's a great point. Yeah, this is like... And we showed this earlier in the week, too. This is a $200 scandal, $300 million at the most. This is not that impactful if it comes to, like, prices, whatever. Like, sentiment, kind of, yes, but also it's leading to good stuff. Yeah, it's hard to even compare the two. That's why I'm going to just keep saying at this point, it's maybe the biggest scandal since FTX. That guy needs a new do. All right, let's play, like, a minute of this or so, but I think he's a good guy.
Yo, what's good? Honestly, man, this has probably been one of the craziest weeks of my life and easily the craziest week I've ever seen in crypto. I got a lot I want to say. There's a lot to talk about regarding this Argentina situation. And I wanted to just come on here, show my face, talk to y'all directly and just get some shit off my chest. I pretty much logged off for the last 2 days.
Oh, here we go.
Just took some time. Think, be with myself, take a drive, be in nature, and just kind of figure out what I wanted to say. And I wanted to start. I know there's a couple elephants in the room. They're going to be addressed. I kind of want to just start, though, and say that the last 2, 3, 4 days, I have been getting absolutely just dragged through the mud mostly by people I thought were my friends.
I don't want to hear the whole thing. Not that I don't. I loved every minute of it. Again, he comes across as genuine. I believe him. I absolutely believe him. I just don't want to listen to 10 minutes.
Or is my ethics, my morals, and the things that I've done in crypto. I shouldn't have done it. The reality situation.
I like that he talked there about, again, I think he's smart. J-Wise, good morning. Gravity, here's what I think with that, too. I am assuming he's traded off early information before, insider info. And I think it probably, this is like made up in my head. I think for the most part, he probably feels funny about it. Like I'm just assuming. I think I can read people kind of. I don't think it's his motive. Like where Frank, I think, is different. Just a feeling. I feel like Frank, that's his game. And Thread Guy, I think, tries to resist it, and sometimes the temptation is there, and he does it, and maybe just isn't. It's so fast, and he just does it. I don't know. I'm making all this up. I don't know. But Thread Guy feels a little more genuine, and maybe like he tries to not do that stuff. We even heard from people like a Wizard of Soho. People are coming out and defending him. Not that Wizard of Soho is a clean character, I don't think. But saying, look, I've offered him KOL deals, like paid deals often, and he turns down every single one. He doesn't do that stuff. Also, maybe you don't need to. Maybe you don't need to. Thread Guy threw in, like $200,000 into Libra and lost a lot. He said it was his biggest loss he's ever taken. He also said he never had that much money until just like a month ago. So he just seemed to have gotten a payday recently, maybe from the Trump token. I'm assuming he has traded on insider info before. I don't think it's his main game. I don't think so. And I'm sure that would shake you if that's not how you play. And people are accusing you. It probably sucks. Again, him saying even his friends, nobody's defending him. It's a bummer. All around, this is a big bummer. Whirly Girl, pre-sales with scheduled releases of tokens. So like an airdrop schedule, like an emission schedule. It's funny. Again, I think we're just overthinking it. Maybe there needs to be a platform with fully doxed teams and completely transparent tokenomics. And guys, here's what it is, to be honest. Part of this, a big part of me says, fuck it all, nothing needs to change. That might sound crazy. But like, part of me says, there's a lot of personal responsibility that comes into play here. Literally, don't touch the big tokens. I know you think they lead to a big payday, and sometimes they do. With the Trump token, it did, and others they do. But like, you just got to decide, maybe don't play those things. Play the smaller stuff. Play whatever. But somehow we do need to get the bad guys out because they're extracting so much money. I don't know what the answer is here exactly. I guess when you find things like this, you throw those guys in jail, and that's part of what helps clean this space out. But is there like a technical on-chain solution for this, very much like the royalty thing? I don't think there is.
My entire life combined, which prior to a month ago is more money than I've ever made in my entire life combined. It's my worst trading day ever. I wasn't paid any money. There was no one disclosed shill. I wasn't given free tokens. I had no contact with Kelsier. I had no idea this launch was happening. And I bought it at $2.5 billion market cap. Okay. I did one time in my life have contact with Hayden Davis on August 4th, 2024. I had a call with Hayden and his team about Cube Exchange potentially sponsoring my spaces and or my podcast. I said no, that was it. We moved on. We didn't come to a deal. And since then, I have never spoken to anyone at all related to this project, to this launch. I knew nothing about it. I had no insider information. I got nothing for free. And I would implore you, as the whole thing happened live, to go find proof, go find a message, go find a soul scan transaction, go find anything that attaches this to me whatsoever, because it doesn't exist.
I have a feeling, that Jakey video we watched before? I have a feeling, who knows, but like with Thread Guy, I think like that Jakey video is probably how he played that token. Heard about it because his buddies got in it and he gets the message. I don't think he was sitting there waiting. No, actually, I go back on that too, because it was common knowledge after the fact. We all are learning this. These guys knew that this thing was coming out. They knew ahead of time. They didn't have the contract address ahead of time, though. So it's like, that's not really insider trading, I don't think. Man, it's really, really muddy here. Again, I buy what he's selling. I'm sure he's slipped and made mistakes along the way too, but I don't think he's a dirty trader. And I can't say the same about maybe some others in his circle. So we'll see. Now, maybe this space will get cleaned up with the new SEC. I hope it does. And I love seeing this message here. We're still waiting to see how the SEC and DOJ is going to police this space now. It's very different now. We joke that crime is legal. As of right now, it sure as hell seems like it is. Is that going to change? Are they going to crack down on something that's a little more egregious like this? I hope. Thank you for the Pengu. Appreciate that. This is actually really interesting, by the way. kind of goes on the flip side of enforcement, not actually enforcing stuff right now, but correcting maybe some past deeds. Doge SEC. Doge is looking into the SEC now. They made an X account. They're tweeting out here, please DM us with insights on finding waste, fraud, and abuse relating to the SEC. Guys, second I saw that, hang on, that's my reply here. The second I saw that, I tagged the Cyberkongs and I tagged Henry. Guys, if that's a serious post, as in they're going to actually look into that stuff, I'm telling you, being so close to that and knowing that was crazy overreach. The way they changed what they were getting the Kongs for, the way they warped definitions, the way they said secondary sales count as security sales or sales of securities, because I could not believe the stretch in, like, they were just motivated to get somebody. It didn't matter if they were factually incorrect, like they were all along the way. They dragged the Kongs into this legal battle that went on for almost a year and a half. It cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And even at the end, they had no real case. When you read the charges or whatever, it doesn't even make sense. It's not real. I hope that they're actually taking that serious, and I hope the Kongs get a hold of them, because I think, guys, I think the Kongs would win whatever this is, which is probably some kind of like settlement. It's probably some kind of reimbursement for those legal fees. It was pretty extensive. So super, super interesting. I hope that's serious. All right. A couple more topics today. There is still plenty happening. We'll keep up with developments in Libra and Solana and the craziness, man. Geez. We're waiting for the pain token still. As we're waiting for the pain token, it's max pain out there. It's just such a perfect, guys, this is such a perfect token. And the longer they drag it on, the more painful it gets. In a way, it's just funny narrative. It's just so fitting. They did give an update. It was supposed to launch last week. I think we heard it was supposed to launch yesterday then, and then now we don't know. But the update is they're looking for partners. They're working on that 80% refund. I believe they're saying there's no claim here. They're going to be airdropping the token. Yeah, there we go. There's no claim. It's an airdrop. So really good stuff there, but when? When token, when pain? No one knows. So there's a little update there, guys. We saw 2 more shitcoins launched yesterday. One from Adam22. Dork. Launched a token, basically a rug, as you'd expect. Looks terrible. It's like every token these days. Again, that looks exactly like Libra. And then I guess, what's this guy's name? What is this idiot's name? God damn, help me, guys. What's this clown's name? Dude, I swear to God, I'm like in my head, I'm trying to say Satoshi69. Hang on, what's his name? God. Hang on, I can't move on until Takashi? Satoshi? What's his name? This is bugging me. Oh boy, I'll have to move on because I'll be stuck here for probably 20 minutes. Anyway, launched, I guess, his third token. Takashi. I think it's Takashi. There we go. Boom. Thank you, JY's Takashi. All right. Satoshi is all that would pop in my head here. Yeah, dude. That's a scammer. I don't know if they'll ever clean that stuff up, by the way. I don't know. You hope they would, but I don't know. Scammer. OpenSea, NFTs. All the incentivized trading. By the way, just to set that up, farming is back, or was back on OpenSea, so people farming NFTs, listing, selling, you get XP. And the community's crying about it. And look, I half get it and I half don't. I still argue farming isn't what's driving down prices. It's contributing to that. Driving down prices is too much supply and not enough people that want them, and they're too expensive. It'd be like arguing that, I don't know, incentivizing meme coins drives down prices by default, that high volume equals lower price of your token. It doesn't really make sense. I think high volume is going to accelerate whatever direction it's going. Higher volume accelerates price discovery. And so that's what's going on with OpenSea. That said, OpenSea saying, hey, we heard the feedback. You don't like the XP stuff. You don't like the trade farming. Done. We're not going to do it. Which I actually think is kind of cool. Also, I got so many thoughts on this, man. Also, I just think they're full of shit, too. I think they've got one goal here, one objective. OpenSea needs to keep people happy, to get through TGE, to keep that token worth enough that insiders can dump. That, I think, is their single objective there. It's not to really win the community back over. It's not to really further this space. Jay-Wise, I keep seeing, no, I didn't talk about it, but like, was it you that mentioned it yesterday? Jack, the rumors here of Jack Dorsey being Satoshi. I mean, it's such an old story. It came back for whatever reason. It's what happens, with these stories. That's like, for years, people have been saying that, and there's nothing new. There was no new news about Satoshi and Jack Dorsey. So I hadn't covered it because there's nothing new there. Just happened to get recycled. And he could be Satoshi, by the way. But nothing new there. Anyway, OpenSea, I think, are proven to be liars. I think I'll use the SEC stuff as an example. I've mentioned this to you guys a few times, but my brother Henry the Grape with the Cyberkongs reached out to OpenSea to ask them about their $1 million fund that they offered up to people who are fighting the SEC. So Henry reached out, emailed that official address. Guys, there's probably just a small handful of projects being investigated that we know of, right? There can't be a ton of volume in that mailbox. They never got a reply. OpenSea is not doing shit with that $1 million fund, as far as we know, based on just that one example. But if you're not replying to the Cyberkongs, probably the biggest NFT project under investigation publicly, are you even doing something? Or is that just like optics? And I think OpenSea now has a history of just optics is all that matters. It's what they're doing here. So whatever the traders want, we do it because we need this to look good, because we need that token to do well. Our investors demand it. And that's it. That's all I think that's going on here. And I'll remind you, too, with the SEC, supposedly Henry hinting heavily that that OpenSea is handing over user data directly to the SEC. Henry would know that. Their investigation, them dealing with the SEC, I think they got some pretty good info about what the SEC knew, what kind of details they know about specific people, traders, people on the team. And they know, it sounds like, that info came directly from OpenSea without them even challenging the SEC. Like, you can fight that. But supposedly OpenSea didn't. They just give over the user info. No problem. They just give it over. I don't believe OpenSea, man. Whirly Girl, you might not be wrong. Whirly Girl saying that probably gave the entire fund to Hudah. Hudah is under investigation from years ago. It's very quiet, but they are. And maybe they did. Thank you for the Pengu. Maybe they did. Yeah. Maybe OpenSea gave it to Hudah. But I think I think OpenSea is, I don't think they're very honest with this stuff. Volatility. Why would they top blast that number one rule for good traders not to do? Hang on, I'm not understanding. Let me reread that. Why would they top blast that number one rule for good traders not to do? I don't know. I don't get it. I'm sorry, dude. Anyway, I like this OpenSea change, by the way. Again, I don't agree that farming is bad for prices. I get it. If you don't have enough buyers, it does push prices down, but farming is not the problem. This new method I like. Hold your NFTs. Holding your NFTs actually gets you a multiplier. I think that's cool as fuck, man. I think that's cool as fuck. Hang on, let me see if I can get that little snippet here. Where is that post? Here we go. With XP multipliers, if you held an NFT from a top volume project for more than 3 months, the longer you hold, the bigger the boost. Check your rewards on OS2. That's cool. I always thought you should have incentivized holding, incentivized collecting, build a set, have X number of NFTs with this trait. Like, have a VR trait from 3 collections, and you get some points. Have a, like, this is super exclusive, but have a Bored Ape, Pudgy Penguin, Doodle, Azuki. Have one of each, and you get some token. I mean, right? Like, I'm sure people won't love that, but that's the idea of incentivized collecting. You know what I mean? Ingad. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Kongs. There's something to that. There's something to incentivize collecting, incentivize holding. There's something there. Again, we got an opportunity to do stuff different here. I hope we take that opportunity. It won't always be here. It won't. Also, it is worth pointing out, on OpenSea's terms, it does say they'll deduct or reset XP if you create fake or misleading liquidity. That's these, the wash trades. So maybe they reset points. I doubt it. But, on one hand, they're saying don't do it. On the other hand, they're rewarding it. So let's clean that up. Okay, still in NFTs, guys. The Masquerade from Sam Spratt. You guys remember this $3 million gorgeous digital artwork. Public sales today. There's, I think, 86 pieces that are going to public. In fact, I need to see how to get in that. They're 2-something to ETH. I don't think I can. No, I'd have to sell like my V1 Punk to even try. But like, I'll tell you this. That's a win. If you get in there, that's a win. This is, as exclusive as you get. How do you get in here? I don't even see how you can get in the public drawing, but preemptively GG to anybody who gets one. It's an amazing collection that everybody wants in the art cabal and, whatever, these certain circles, everybody wants in. 86 or so people are going to get in there now. I think this will be worth over mint price, but it also keeps you in the ecosystem going forward. And you know what? 2 years out, he's going to extend the circle even further. It keeps you in there. You get to participate in the next round is how his stuff works. So really love seeing that. Watching for that today. Again, if you have the opportunity there, it's probably going to be worth doing. All right, sorry. Got a little distracted with something. I saw a tweet from Kook, and I thought maybe ordinals were moving. But you know what? We haven't done this in a minute. Let's look at floor prices. They're not great. And also shout out to Bunshu and his Billy Betts agent. The Billy Betts token launched today. Dude, I can't stand my fucking Say wallet always trying to connect when I go to Magic Eden. I'm just going to disconnect it it's so frustrating. Like without fucking fail, like 15 pop-ups. All right, let's look at floor prices. Get a feel for where we're at here. Oh boy. Cato down 63%. Jesus. You guys know why? They took the snapshot. Snapshot happened, I think, Sunday. And so a lot of the value there, these got up to like 10 plus ETH. A lot of that value was pricing in tokens. So down to 4 ETH. Pudgy Penguins under 9 ETH, guys. Wow. Doodles 3.7. Anybody else looking even decent here? Man. Bored Apes at 13.5 ETH? Are you kidding me? Bored Apes are like, I was going to say almost double Pudgy's. Not quite, but 13.5 ETH. What's going on over there? I need to peek at that. That seems... I don't know. Maybe this is where the history and you being kind of the culture and all that, maybe it's where it comes into play. Good for them. Good for holders, all that. Over on the Bitcoin side, looking rough. Wow, Quantum Cat's under 0.2. Puppets are at 0.049. Holy shit. Man. It's such an opportunity. It is. It's not financial advice. I don't care if anybody buys it. And my predictions are for when the whole NFT ecosystem is back in euphoria. The whole thing. Man, in no way, shape, or form do I think these are going to cook without the whole ecosystem cooking. Only if something like Solana and people shitting on an ecosystem, only if that happens across the board with NFTs and it pushes people back to like the pure collectibles and, on the mother chain, right? That's the only scenario that happens here and nowhere else. But the crazy price predictions come when all of NFTs are in like super cycle mode, which will happen one day. It will. And it might not be this cycle, might not be this year, might not be next year, might be years out. But I know for sure, 99.99999% sure that people, when that happens, are going to look back and be like, God damn it, dude. 0.049. Not cheap, by the way. I always got to say, not cheap. That still is $4,700. Not cheap. Also, these have farther to fall. They really, really do. All these still over mint price, all of them. They have much further to fall potentially. There's no catalyst in sight for the NFT market to pick back up. JY's got a puppet. That's what's up. It's a great pickup. It is. And you might be EV negative here in the short term. I kind of expect that, but I don't think it matters. This is something you grab and you hold for the long haul. Stitch, good morning, man. Great to see you. Volatility, saw a video that a government official from Homeland Security mentioned that Satoshi was 4 guys in Cali. I've also heard that it's multiple people. Bought yours a couple weeks ago, probably a little early, yeah. But again, you can't time the bottom, right? I never sweat that. I buy something I expect it to go down because I'm not planning to flip it in a day. If that happens, that's luck. That's great. Or it's insider info, right? But otherwise, you're buying it because maybe you think like me that this is going to a 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor. I do. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. And Node Monk's at 0.056. By the way, I'm owed a Node Monk from somewhere. I need to start poking around with that. Otherwise, that story is going to get shared publicly. We'll see. TLDR, I won a Node Monk in a contest at this point 9 months ago. Actually, almost a year ago. Never got it. From like a pretty reputable name too. This is not a threat. I'm not gonna I get things. Like I understand, but it's time to start poking around and say, where the fuck is that Node Monk? It's been a minute. Like going on almost a year is kind of crazy. But yeah, JY's wait that out. There's just nothing I have more conviction in than this stuff. Let's see Rune. Oh boy, I don't want to look at runes. I have to. Gizmo, like one of my biggest conviction plays. Oh, actually 5 mil. Huh. All right. I think Gizmo's still pretty interesting. John Doe, what's up, brother? All right, let's do a little spot check, see if there's anything else going on. Things move so fast. Okay. Beanie saying there's been disputes around the Jupiter moonshot verification and listing process, particularly how Libra was handled. Okay, Moonshot will verify all the Jupiter strict lists instantly. Most Meteor launches are strict list on day 1. Oh, this isn't anything. I want something spicy. I want to go out on some like controversy and some spice, you know? Good time to remind you guys, I'll do the quick shill, but yeah, quick shill. Subscribe on SlamX Official. I won't do this at the end, by the way. I'll do the quick shill now. Kindred AI coming on the afternoon show on Thursday. I do have whitelist to give away. I think I've got 3. I think I got 3 whitelists. We'll see how much I can get. And I might give away like 2 on the show and then 1 like on the Chain Reactor show. But just a heads up, Kindred AI will be on Thursday on the Swarm Report, new afternoon show, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Do you know what's funny too? They don't get many views compared to, Chain Reactor. And just in general, I need to really start promoting this stuff and figuring out SEO. I really got to start pushing this shit. But the audience for AI is way smaller than I thought. It just is. It just is. So learning a lot there. But again, Kindred coming on. Follow the Swarm AI. It's our new agent token coming very soon. Very soon. Along with some big partners kind of involved with that token. It's pretty spicy. Slam AI _XYZ is the Slam AI ecosystem launchpad. AI agent launchpad, chain, Slam token. Really, really cool stuff coming here. And then Crypto Slam IO, follow us there. Thank you for the Pangu, by the way. Thank you. And then last shill, me, Hudah _idiot. All right. Then lastly, let's go peek at Beanie. Let's see if he's got any new news. Yeah, this picture is so, I Spidey sense with the guy on the end there too. You just see some people that got so much money, and yes, in Solana early. Yeah, I get it. It's a great investment, but Some of it doesn't make sense, man. Multiple people told me that moonshot insiders oh, this is not good, front run listings with insider trading. I expect the exact same, or excuse me, I expect exact info about this to come soon. We're not talking about petty crime here either. Literally billions have been made sniping moonshot token. Not good. Not good. Yeah, so it's not just Meteora and it's not just Jupiter. It is Moonshot, who Jupiter now owns, right? At least a majority. It's not good. This is going to get worse before it gets better, and then it gets way better. John Doe, I didn't watch the video, but I tried it this morning for a minute. What'd you think of it? JY's Fukahedron's spicy price. Yeah, I really like those. Yeah, let's look at those. I really like Fukahedrons a lot. Still not selling mine. I still, why sell them when they're, at mint price? But also, I really think that's if you believe ordinals are coming around, I do think that's one of the better collections. I really do. Pure Collectible, the great team, right? I mean, it's the Nakamigos team. It is what it is. They're great. Based Angels looking fine. Dude, Sense had a little pump. I mean, they were 0.005 or so just a day ago. I'm still up. I told you guys I sold mine at 0.0085 a few days back, so up. I do want to buy back in. Fukahedron 0.0013. These are under mint price. Wow. All right, let me see what those rares are going for. I've got I got a frog and I have a cow is on the floor here. As far as the rares go. Oh, no, hang on. Here we go. 0.029 for the cows. 0.0065. Wow, these got to like 0.015, maybe even 0.02. And then cows were like 0.05, 0.06 for a while. Are they selling too? I wonder when the last rare sold. And I asked that because it's a good way to measure conviction. And when prices were down, we saw rares selling regularly. So I wonder if they're selling now. 0.02 is a lot to part with these days, so maybe not. Yeah, not seeing. These got to 0.001, or is that an offer? Wow, these got really low. 0.0009. Wow, geez. Now there is a frog. Is that a frog? No. That looks like a frog. Please don't be. For the price I saw, oh my God. Okay, a frog went for 0.005. Oh, I guess that's basically their floor now. That's $500. My math on right? $500? Those were going for thousands. No volatility, no way. People selling Yats OTC for 450? For real? Please tell me that's real. There's no way. There's no way. Some of those guys are going to make millions. There's no way. Dude, if they're going for that much, there's no way. Because that means I've got like 25 grand worth. There's no way. I would definitely sell them OTC if they're 450 a pop. I can't even fathom that, dude. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for the Pengu, by the way. Thank you. You guys are really, really nice. Dude, I got to go peek at that. All right, let's look. That's wild. I still think the high predictions of like the $100 or so, I think those make sense. Again, I think the mistake people are making is thinking one Yap equals one Kato, and it just isn't it. All right, let's look. I got to see. 450 a Yap is wild. By the way, I like those funny, like the non-round numbers with the Pengu. Just mixing it up. I think it's cool. How many? Hang on. What am I up to? I think 56. I was just showing my wife this morning, telling her about Kato. 58. Yeah, we'll take it. 58. I still got to tweet more. I wonder if they're going to do a round two. But either way, I told you guys yesterday, I think, I got that IP token drop last week, like $360 worth. That woke me the fuck up. I'm like, all right, if I tweet, maybe I'll keep getting these stimmies. And I see the big guys, the guys with a lot, getting tens of thousands or multiple thousands. I'm like, okay, you gotta tweet. If you can, you should. There's no reason to not. You got 2 pizza ninjas, dude, Jordan. Awesome. Great pickup. Great pickup. So here's somebody saying 30 per yap. I think it'll be more than 30. See, again, this guy's making a mistake. 30 per yap would be massive. I expect 5 to 10. Again, 1 yap does not equal 1 Kato. I really, really think 1 yap is going to be like 100 Kato. Or 5K. You know, I just don't think it's 1-1. Yeah, and again, this is where some of these guys I think are a little wrong. 30 would be great. 100 to 400 calls seem unreal. But volatility, where did you see that 450? And I could be wrong. Like, again, for the little that I got, a payday in the thousands doesn't make a ton of sense. I could picture if it was, well, okay, let me math again. Okay, 58 times. Okay, I could picture this. And we've seen this at times too. Like SOS airdrop years ago was a few grand, right? If they're 50, if yaps is 50 per, or if it's $50 per yap, I'd have about a $2,900 little stimmy. That feels like it's high for how little I do, but I'm like, okay, that kind of tracks with how this space does stuff. I didn't do a ton, and it's a big reward for not doing a ton. 50 isn't unrealistic. $10 probably more realistic. And it'd be still $500, and man, would be so happy. But yeah, these guys are all throwing out wacky numbers. There you go. This guy gets it. What's your price prediction? 1 yap equals 20 to 30 Kato. That's where the numbers start getting interesting. So 58, I'm going to do times 20. And then we start getting to those price predictions of $1, $5 or whatever. That starts making sense. If it's $5, again, we're talking in a few. Yeah, it's interesting. And I think we're going to learn a lot here very soon. I do think info's coming. Crazy. These are crazy predictions, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. Oh, dude, no. Fraxty, you got drained. You got hit with that. Damn, that's really unfortunate. I bet you. I'm hoping Abstract makes people square. I hope. But yeah, this is it. On-chain fantasy game. Compromised or malicious, and I don't think we know yet. But people who have interacted with that platform lost their ETH. Okay, Saigar is going to release a report here. Issue related to Cardex. If you interacted with the app, revoke your sessions. It's not an issue with a abstract. No exploit in the wallet. Negligence on the app regarding session key management. So it wasn't malicious on their part. Somebody took advantage, I think. If you never interacted, your funds are safe. Yeah, bummer. Do you think they make people whole? How much did you lose, if you don't mind me asking? And obviously you don't have to say, but really unfortunate. What is this? The guys decided to cash out instead of distributing XP today. Who's that? Yo, thank you for the pangu. Actually, let's peek. Let's peek at today is XP day. Tuesday is XP day on Abstract. Let's see if we got some good XP. I'm hoping. I don't think I'll crack 10K XP. I don't think I'll make it to silver tier yet, but I bet you next week I will. And I'm gotta ramp up the streaming. Yeah, be cool. We'll see. I bet you in 2 weeks I'll break into silver. Also, I need to bridge over my. What's that? I think I should have Giga Chad. Oh no, I got to go to Gigaverse. Never mind. I got to bridge over my Pengu. It's still in my Phantom wallet, so I think I got to bridge over my Pengu, and then I get a multiplier. I think is how it works. Benny, good morning, man. Only $5. Oh, good shit. Okay. Sucks though. It's like the worst feeling, isn't it? Anything that touches your wallet and your balance without you doing it, it sucks. Bad feeling. Some details on Ben Chow. Let's see. Wait, is this new? Ooh, I want the date of this. Breaking. Benjamin Chow. Is this real? Founder of Meteora. One of the teams involved in Libra was charged in 2016. I'm sorry. This is old. Charged and convicted in 2016 for 34 counts of conspiracy to commit securities fraud and insider trading. And wow. Get the fuck out. Dude, and you got these people running these good. This can't be real. Is that fucking real? Oh, it's a different Ben Chow. Why am I acting relieved? I don't care. It would have just been stupid. What was that about? Why did I give a shit? Incredible. Damn, I'm very distracted right now. Okay. Anything else? Sorry, one last review. I'm still waiting, by the way, for a big old Pengu or Pudgy update. Something's coming. Something's coming. You can feel it, right? Maybe waiting for the timing. Hong Kong explores gold tokenizations. Love that. An AI blockchain integration. Love that. By the way, I love this idea or this call to audit our gold reserves here in the States. I love that. Needs to happen. Crypto, good morning. Thank you. $870 billion asset manager, Standard Chartered, expects sovereign wealth funds to start buying Bitcoin. Yep. Is that CZ? Yeah. That's cool. Check that out later. That might be it. Oh, Monad. Testnet goes live on the 19th. Hang on. What is it, guys? 19th? Hang on. I got that link somewhere. Okay. Quick reminder while I still got you. Morning show tomorrow is not at the same time. Okay? Morning show. Okay, yeah, Monad on the 19th. There we go. Morning show tomorrow is not going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern time. It's going to be at like 4 or 5 a.m. Sorry, it's going to be weird. And then there's no afternoon show tomorrow. So again, normal morning time, no show. At that time, go on YouTube and you'll catch the replay. But if you're up 4 a.m., 5 a.m., that's when I'll be live. Oh, dude, volatility, that's a meme. He's kidding. Like, people are doing this. They're tweeting out ridiculous predictions. Yeah, that was a shit post. Okay, so tomorrow, 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. at Eastern time. Probably 5 a.m. Eastern time is when I'll be live doing this morning stream. No afternoon show. I don't know if we got the afternoon show today, by the way. I got to write the newsletter. I've got to do some prep. And again, tomorrow I won't be around, so we'll not get it then. So just kind of stay tuned. Follow me. I'll have updates there, of course, about schedules and if anything is not happening at whatever times. But There you go. Follow me at Hudah_idiot. You catch the live stream tomorrow on SlamX Official on YouTube, and you can catch it over on Abstract. And I will drop the link to Abstract one more time. And does anybody still need the Telegram? Because I do want to see if I can do one whitelist giveaway with Kindred. One whitelist giveaway in Telegram. I got to figure out if there's a bot to do that. But at the very least right now, you can farm tokens. You can farm tokens in Telegram. The Bull token's going to get you the Swarm airdrop. So there you go. There you go. Cool shit. Guys, have a great day. I hope I'll see you on the afternoon show if there is an afternoon show. But if not, appreciate you keeping it real with me. Oh, man. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you later, and thank you all very much. Peace.